Hey everyone, it's been a little minute, but I'm back to making some videos, and I wanted to clear up any confusion about the upcoming wipe for Ghost of Tabor. It seems that there's a lot of questions about what's gonna happen, what's gonna be added, yada yada yada, and I just wanted to answer them with as much accuracy as I can. So it should be said that I'm not affiliated with Combat Waffle Studios in any way, and everything that I'm saying is my own thoughts. Most of this stuff will be confirmed, and I'll be quoting a lot from a specific message from the Tabor Discord. I'll put a link in the description if you want to join and read all this stuff yourself. So let's hop in. To catch everyone up, the wipe's going to be on February 8th. Along with the wipe, there's also going to be the official launch for Ghost of Tabor from App Lab to the MetaQuest store. But don't be afraid, if you bought Ghost of Tabor on App Lab, you won't have to repurchase the game. So the game's just going to be, graduating. I think that's the official term, from App Lab to the official Quest store, which means, more people are going to see it. It's technically now an official game. The unfortunate thing is, since we're going into this, they don't want to add a lot of new stuff to ensure that there's going to be, a smooth transition. They want to make sure everything's polished, and they're going to see a big influx of players on wipe day. So that means on wipe day, we're not going to see any stuff added at all. They said maybe some little things, but most of the stuff's not going to be changed. But they didn't leave us with anything. And Scott said directly from this message, the game that you're playing now is largely what you'll expect at launch. That means we won't be seeing any game-changing mechanics, but like I said, there's hope. In a message that was sent in the morning, or this morning that I'm recording this, Scott said that we'll see a large content patch happening about 2 weeks after the wipe, with an unofficial date of, he said, February 22nd. So that means on February 8th, we're going to have a game wipe, but not much new content. And around February 22nd, we'll see an update, and that'll add a ton of new crap. Infish has said that the reason for this was because they didn't really want to add lots of new content when an influx of players would join the game. Usually with wipes comes a lot of bugs because, you're adding a ton of stuff, but when you're not adding new stuff, and nothing's broken. They're just polishing existing bugs and trying to kind of get the game ironed out and ready for official launch. Speaking of wipe, the new wipe reward's going to be like this yellow Mac 10, and it's going to look awesome. So I'm really excited for that. So anybody who's played within the first week of the game launching on both, Quest and on PC, you're going to get that within, if you log in the first week, it's out officially. And it doesn't matter if you're on PC or Quest, you're still going to get this quote unquote wipe reward. And Scott sent this message out, I think at 5 a.m. my time, on a random Friday morning, and it completely caught me off guard. But he just listed all this new stuff they're gonna add. So he sent out this message describing what wipe won't have and what it will have. So let's just start crushing these one by one. So let's start with the in-house built streamer cam system. This is more for the content creators and also the people who consume content. It's going to definitely change how you perceive things. Every game does the streamer cam differently. Usually it allows the person to control the camera to, make things appear differently. But in a game like Ghost of Tabor, we might be seeing, you can put the camera in a third person perspective, where for the person, obviously it's going to look like they're playing in first person as normal. But for you, the viewer, it's going to be, like a third person camera, bird eye kind of lens in the top right, or it might be the body cam or something. I don't really know. He didn't really dive into specifics, but they said this has been in the works for a while, and it's going to be fun to finally see this implemented. For myself also, I do occasional streaming, although I'm sorry I haven't streamed much recently. It's been one crazy winter. But next, they're just a little features, the new coffee machine. Well, it's not necessarily new. For those of you who are in the OG bunker, or the original bunker, used to have this coffee machine that would make coffee. You pour some grounds in it, and some coffee would come out. Nice little cup of joe. So they're bringing that back. That's awesome. Next one completely threw me off. Advanced suppressor attaching and detaching mechanics. I think this essentially means you're gonna have to screw on the suppressor, because right now it just kind of pops on, but now you're gonna have to rotate it and have it attached, which is gonna be pretty cool. What I'm gonna play right now is a clip from it's Roblox, believe it or not. It's called Ares VR. It's an interesting project that hasn't come out yet, but he's doing this very advanced stuff where you can you have to rotate the suppressor onto the gun, which I'm guessing what's going to happen in Tabor. They said very advanced suppressor attaching and detaching mechanics, and I'm guessing that's how it's going to work also. And we might even see something like you have to thread the barrel of your gun to attach the suppressor. So, you can't just throw it on mid-raid. You have to take it into your bunker, thread the barrel, and then you can put the suppressor on it. That's going to be really interesting, but I could be reading into it too much. It could just be, screwing on the suppressor on and off. So next we have the character reconnect system. Finally, in all honesty, this has been talked about a lot, and it definitely pisses anybody off when they crash or something happens and you're just out of that raid. You're stuck. You can't go back. With this system, it's going to allow the players to rejoin the server if something does happen. If your game crashes, your Wi-Fi goes out, your power goes out, I don't know, and you want to rejoin, you can still do that, and you might have the chance of not being dead before, if that happens, like a death sentence, you're done. You're not coming back. Another small thing here is just gear and major performance optimizations. People complain and saying, oh, this stuff's not that important. It's highly important. Just make sure that the game runs smoothly at all times. So this is going to be a really awesome change. It's going to allow, more stuff to be added eventually, and more optimization is going to need to be made then. But for now, this is really great. Next one we see is flashbangs and smokes. So I'm going to start with smokes. For those of you who don't know, they were removed in the latest, I believe, patch. They got removed for performance improvements, and it seems that they're going to be added post-wipe again. But what's really interesting is flashbangs. Now, flashbangs are kind of boring. You've seen Pavlov's flashbangs. I think Contractor has flashbangs. They're all the same. They just make your screen white. Now, Scott has mentioned that he wants to do flashbangs differently. And I'm not sure. This was a while ago. I believe I asked him. This is a long time ago. And now flashbangs are... He said he wants to do them like Escape from Tarkov, where they burn into your retina. And make it much more realistic. Rather than just making your screen white, they burn into your eyes, essentially. And you become blind in that specific part of your eyes for, an extended period of time, rather than just 3 seconds of a white screen. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be added. That's my own speculation, of course. Maybe they changed it. Maybe they weren't able to do it. So, flashbangs and smokes, that's going to be absolutely awesome to, try out in, close quarters maps, missile silo, and we'll see the new MKA Underground as well. So, the next 3 we got are all related to MKA Miest in some way. So, we're first starting with the above ground. We're going to see an expansion with 2 new building interiors. Now, did they say what buildings these were going to be? No, so we don't know exactly. I'm guessing it's gonna be like the church or something. There's like a big old cathedral kind of in the middle of the map, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna open that maybe with some other store, which is gonna be pretty dope. And then we finally gonna get to see the MKA Underground, and this has been teased on Twitter a lot, and they've just seen some videos. Now, it's important to make a distinction that these are going to be separate maps. MKA Above Ground and MKA Underground are going to be separate maps, unfortunately. So they're not going to be connected. They're going to be completely separate maps. You're going to have to load into one or load into another. You can't go into both, unfortunately. This is due to, of course, Quest 2's limitations, unfortunately. But, we work with what we got. Next thing I hope will make up for it, and that's a MKA Fenix boss. So we're going to be receiving a new boss, which is absolutely dope. Always love to see that. Now, what you're seeing on screen is a blurred image. Now, this image is the boss. He has a lot of new stuff. Basically, everything he has on is new. The reason it's blurred is because this is in the dev share. Now, you can pay, I think it's like $5.99 a month at the new stuff before it's added. They'll upload images from time to time. So that new boss is on there, and it looks absolutely amazing. He has I can't really say, but he has a lot of new stuff. And I'm not sure if he's going to be underground or above. They didn't really say. But regardless, I think that's absolutely awesome, and it's going to be a fun addition. And next we have the new and improved NRS system. Now, I don't really know what's going to really change. The NRSs right now kind of suck. They just kind of snap onto your hand and boom, you get health. New and improved NRS might mean you actually have to inject it into your hand and then, press the syringe down. It could be similar to if you guys have played Strayed VR and it actually has some weight, you grab it, put it onto your hand. It might feel like that. As simple as it is, it feels really good in that game for some reason. And I'm not sure if that's going to be the same in Tabor, but I think this is also going to make way for the new stims that are going to eventually be added that you can craft in the safe house, and it's going to be really awesome. And this just, the rest of this kind of stuff is new. I'm gonna run through it quickly. It's the new chapter selection system for videos in the tutorial. That's just being able to see them all and select whichever one. More stable saving system that's really good for safe house and preventing dupes and all that stuff. So that's gonna be really dope. And then a new whiteboard system and potentially more. Okay, big old red letters on the screen right now. Speculation time. Sorry, it's late. I'm getting my brain's fried. Speculation time. So he said, and potentially more. Something that I'm surprised I didn't see on this list was leaning. Now, leaning was teased ages ago. It was actually in my last State of Tabor, I think December. Yeah, State of Tabor December. They said it's gonna be there soon. They said it was almost ready, and I don't know. I'm looking around, I don't see anything. So, could we see leaning this update? Perhaps, but I genuinely don't know. That's again speculation, all speculation. No factual thing to back it up. No message, no tweet, no image. Just pure speculation. We could be seeing leaning this update. And then he just closed off the message with this little paragraph. He said these plans are still fluid. We might add or remove features as we progress in our final preparations for the Meta Store launch. We've discussed this in various chats, but it seems the message hasn't fully landed, so consider this the official statement. So yeah, this is what we are potentially getting soon. And we're not getting this on Wipe. Remember, we're getting this February 22nd, about 2 weeks after Wipe. So temper your expectations. Wipe's not going to have anything. Get ready for end of February, early March. We're going to get hit with a big fat content update, which is going to include all this stuff. And of course, I'll make a video on it. Don't even sweat it. I'll be able to cover all this stuff for sure. And that wraps up today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. If you would like to join the Ghost of Tabor Discord, again, there's a link in the description. And that's all. No spirit wind out. You really thought I was leaving? Nah, I gotta say, thank you guys so much for the support on the story of Tabor. That's like absolutely nuts. That video was about 3 months in preparation, and I had conceptualized the idea like when I first started this channel in, I don't know, June of last year. So being able to finally see it come to completion is awesome. I am working on part 2. I've started writing the story, and the hard part is, you know, trying to keep it all connected and compatible with the existing lore while adding my own twist on it and making it my own, which is kind of the hardest part because I'm not really given much to work with, so I need to kind of write this stuff from scratch. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, see ya.